EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, where the sound of the big red siren signals it is time for football. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. Across from him, his counterpart, the Cardinals' Jonathan Gannon. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Oh, what a move. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
There's a short one caught by Ryman. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and maintain their focus when they feel like they've been a little bit snake-bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads, and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back?
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. You look at this Carolina defense. Yeah, they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
His 2nd year in the league certainly didn't go the way that he thought it would. In fact, a lot of whispers around the team and around the league that maybe he was not going to be the guy. Ended up getting benched. Took his time, watched the game, and then came back better than ever. 2nd year in the same offense with the same head coach should lead to an even bigger jump in year 3.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
At the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Young. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 9.
Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards.
A gain of 40 yards. And the Panther 1st down.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, it's Benson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's 2nd and 7. Murray a give. This is Connor. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to Connor here on first. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The numbers there for Connor in last week's game. 21 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Knight on the handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
brings up second and 12 at the Panthers' 33-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
And 10.
Now Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
The Arizona field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 9. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, it's Young. Got a man, that's Leggett. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
3rd down.
Young. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Holding offense.
So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead, as that leads us to 4th. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Murray. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Connor up the middle. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And Chris Barnes there on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
On first down, right back to Benson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now a 2nd and 2.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
This is Knight. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Holding offense.
That's Will Hernandez, former 2nd rounder out of UTEP. A run with Knight. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding.
Offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And Wilson in motion left. To throw is Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now a 3-point swing right there.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Looking to throw, Young. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Young. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
At the Cardinals' 26-yard line.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Matthew Wright on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. In motion left goes Jones. Murray now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Caleb Evans showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
From the gun, a give to counter. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally, I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
Formation for the Cardinals.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
8 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
28-yard line.
Young to throw it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 3rd and 8.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Now here's Young. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry here for Trevor Etienne. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards. And the Panthers 1st down.
The Panthers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it can be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. A give up the middle, Hubbard. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Young now from the 50. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 10-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray. Caught on the right side by Jones. An injury stoppage here and a lot of worried faces on that offense and on that sideline as Kyler Murray is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. In motion right is Wilson. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing, Young. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. His throw, a good one, and it's caught. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Young to throw it. Screen play. Here's ETN. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, Dortch. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Cardinals 1st down.
They run over center with Benson. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On the carry, here's Knight. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
57-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here's Young. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Holding. Offense.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On the counter, it's Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Now Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Fights off the defender. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Young now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
That's good for Panthers. First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Panthers.
Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
Here's Young from the shotgun.
36-yard line.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Young. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Intended for Jatavion Sanders. Incomplete.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On the return.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Murray going to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Murray now to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Junior, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
3rd and 5.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to Hubbard. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Tackle made right at midfield. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
ETN up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Now Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Young will set to throw. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They start the drive with Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Bowden. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
How about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. From the 21, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll run with Bowden. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, Young. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Young. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal. But, you know, the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because you know the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game. You'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Murray now. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. Down to about the 22 here. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Young to throw it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now here's Young. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. So on 4th down, here's Matthew Wright for the Panther field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
An option handoff given to Connor. And Connor going to pick up a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. A give up the middle with Benson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. In motion left is Wilson. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Throwing, Young. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
15 yards. That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A handoff for Etienne. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Wilson on the tackle.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Another tote for Etienne. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Young to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So here's a 3rd and 14.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point safely through. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Holding. Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Knight on the handoff. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 14.
Brings up 2nd down.
To throw is Murray. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Just as I thought it was going all right, I found out I'm wrong when I thought it was right. It's always the same, it's just a shame, that's all.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to go up top again. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here is 3rd and 5.
At the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
On the counter, ETN. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And the Panthers, 1st down.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL.
Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You've got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal.
Here's Young. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
Complete to Trey
2nd and
McBride.
6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
And Wilson in motion left. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Murray. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Pass knocked away by J.C. Horn.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. It's Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. They'll run here with Hubbard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
This is Bawden. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in 3rd and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a 1st down. How about that call on 2nd down? The big man puts them in position to make it 3rd and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a 2nd chance at it to try and pick up the 1st down.
Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's a diving catch right side. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Murray. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 20. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Caught by Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Offside. Defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
To throw, it's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harrison. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
On the play. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Murray now to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Intended for number 89.
2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Nick Scott on the coverage.
Throwing again, Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 18. And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Open man, it's Palmer. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Panthers' 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 5. Kyler going to give this to Benson. Shifts by at the 15. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Murray going to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zay Jones, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 19-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up at a touchdown for Arizona. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Now a run with Hubbard. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
That's good for the Panthers. First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Panther first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
And the Panthers first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Nick Bawden, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Oh, nice move. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Holding. Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Holding. Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down and 30.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Murray. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
Murray to air it out again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
10 yards to go.
They'll look to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
A handoff running left is Etienne. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
It's so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Panthers, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.